Hello the cop, please subscribe my channel for follow Liverpool Football Club news on every days. Sulla shouldn't make same call as me, I only left Reds because I lost my place. The great Ian Rush of Liverpool discusses Darwin Núñez's current form at Anfield and Mohamed Salah's future. Mohamed Salah of Liverpool during their encounter with West Ham United in the Carabao Cup quarter-final at Anfield. Mohamed Salah of Liverpool during their encounter with West Ham United in the Carabao Cup quarter-final at Anfield. Liverpool has scored a lot of goals this season even though Mohamed Salah hasn't been at his best since the November international break. The Egyptian has scored 201 goals for the Reds this season after coming off the bench in Jurgen Klopp's team's League Cup victory over West Ham United. He has 15 goals this season from 24 games, along with 7 assists. In the meantime, he scored his 200th goal for the team and his 150th goal in the Premier League against Crystal Palace. After the forward expires in 2025, there will unavoidably be further rumors in 2024 regarding his or her future. Furthermore, Saudi interest is anticipated to resurface after Al Ittihad's unsuccessful attempt to acquire the 31-year-old for £150 million last summer. Although several top players, including former Liverpool players Roberto Firmino, Fabinho, Jordan Henderson, Sadio Mane, and Gini Wijnaldum, have been enticed to the Middle East, it is not a given that Sulla would follow them to the Gulf state anytime soon. The Reds will need to negotiate a new contract with the forward in 2024 if they want to keep him on staff. In Liverpool's all-time goal-scoring rankings, Sulla is now 145 goals behind Ian Rush. The only players separating the prolific duo in the team's top 5 scorers are Billy Liddell, Gordon Hodgson, and Roger Hunt. It's true that he is unlikely to surpass the record before his time at Anfield ends, whenever that may be. Rush, however, feels Sulla has no need to look to leave Anfield anytime soon. He cites his own justification for leaving the team in 1996 to join Leeds United, and he expresses his optimism that the striker will sign a new contract. "It would be fantastic if he signed a new contract," Rush said to the Echo. "After this, he has another year. He's a model professional who can teach the younger guys a lot. I hope he extends his contract, though we have no idea what may transpire. I'm confident that every Liverpool fan would also be thrilled about that. I wasn't playing regularly, so I left. All I wanted to do was play football. You must consider the fact that I refused to sit on the bench. I wanted to be playing every week, so I moved to Leeds United from here. I didn't want to be sitting on the bench because Robbie, Fowler and Stan Collymore were playing so good together. I had gone to Leeds because I was having fun with my football. However, that was my circumstance. Whether or not you are content to sit on the bench depends on you. However, Mo hasn't really reached that point yet, so there's really no reason for him to go just yet. He is amazing. He wants to participate in every game and is a very professional man. It's amazing to score 200 goals, with 150 coming in the Premier League. If you start at the beginning of the Premier League, Steven Gerrard and Mo Salah rank first and second respectively and are considered Liverpool's best players. Rush has a lot of respect for Darwin Núñez in addition to Sulla, another forward for Liverpool. The Uruguayan is, to be sure, on an 11-game goalless streak coming into this Saturday's Premier League matchup at the top of the table against Arsenal, but the Reds legend is supporting him to put an end to this sooner rather than later. When questioned about Núñez's personal circumstances in relation to his first rough start at Liverpool and difficult tenure with Juventus, Rush responded, "It can be difficult and there's the language barrier for him as well. He's studying English, and I can identify with that because I went through a similar experience at Juventus. You arrive at a new club in a distant nation and find that you are unable to fully comprehend what your teammates are saying. There's more off the field. You're probably trying too hard on the pitch. He seems like a fantastic player, and I have no doubts that he will succeed. It could take until the season is over. Have a look at what he did to Newcastle. That demonstrates his excellence. The main issue is the linguistic barrier. He always appears to score when he plays for Uruguay. It appears that he is content with his work there. He's not an issue at all once he settles in. He will score, and we will witness him score 4 or 5 goals in a single game. All he's doing is trying too hard right now, nothing more. Most likely making poor choices. Should he be shooting, perhaps he ought to pass. He ought to be shooting if he's passing. You take that extra step when you start to feel less confident. Furthermore, it won't occur if you make that extra touch in the Premier League. He just needs to play like he did when he was signed, the manager said. He is performing for a really large club. Both the management and the fans have full support for him. He will score 3 or 4 goals in a game, and I can't wait to watch it happen. Núñez and Sulla are at least enjoying a fruitful connection, even when Núñez struggles to score goals. The first 9 goals he had created for the Reds were all for the Egyptian, prior to his recent assists for Curtis Jones and Dominic Szoboszlai. Of course, with Cody Gakpo, Luis Diaz, and Diogo Jota making up his 5-man limit, they are the only elite forwards available to Klopp at this point. Which raises the question, who among the quintet would Rush most like to perform with if he were still performing? The legendary player for Liverpool chose the most tactful response, having already established one of the team's greatest strike partnerships. He laughed, "No, I had Kenny Dalglish. The good news is that there are 5 of us, and Jurgen finds it most difficult to decide who will start. You can alter it if it's not occurring when the game is in progress. The game will change if you bring 1 or 2 of them on." That explains why Liverpool is currently in their current situation. Liverpool has an excellent squad, they can win the game, and if it's not happening, they can make 1 or 2 changes, like they did against Crystal Palace. You can work on it, strike partnerships, but when you go into a game, it's completely different, he said. It seems really natural to me. These players are elite athletes. You have to become familiar with these elite players' strengths while they are present. I identified Kenny's strong points and focused on them. Kenny took the time to get to know my strong points. They're just going to get better, these are good players. When you combine them for training, they begin to work each other out while engaging in small games. Rush has been pleased with Klopp's new-look Liverpool 2.0 team this season, with Sulla and Núñez frequently leading the line. Before Saturday's match against Arsenal, he did not support his old team to win the Premier League this year, but he does think they may cause the Reds to lose. The manager and coaching staff have the ability to establish a new team quickly, he stated. It was never going to be simple. If you had told me before the season started that Liverpool would finish in the top 4, I would have replied I could take it any time. However, if we can secure all the points in the games against Burnley at home and at home after January 1st, I believe we have a real chance to win the title. But it is crucial that we take use of our home advantage. You have to extract as much as possible from that, and if you can, I believe Liverpool can. I won't say they'll win the league just yet, but they can be in a position where they could lose it. Hello the Cop, please subscribe my channel for follow Liverpool Football Club news on everydays.